Alrighty, good morning, evening, afternoon, and today we'll be riding one of Japan's most insane and scenic train bridges, hovering over the Seto Inland Sea on a fancy double-decker train. The Seto Ohashi Bridge is Japan's longest dual road and rail bridge, connecting the mainland to the island of Shikoku. Today we'll be riding it to visit one of Japan's craziest looking train stations and cycle across an abandoned railway line. And we start here at probably what's Shikoku's happiest station. You can tell because it's got a big smiley face on it saying Shikoku Smile Station. So this is actually Takamatsu Station. From here we're going to take the marine liner which goes all the way to Okayama usually, but we're stopping off halfway to change lines. So yeah, let's go get down there because our train is leaving in about 20 minutes and I still need to get breakfast. So yeah, let's go. Alright, so before we get breakfast I need to get my reserve tickets. You may not need to reserve tickets because I'm just in a long weekend, so it's just very busy. And from what I saw yesterday when I rode the train from Okayama, it was absolutely packed. So just in case I've reserved it, and I'd probably recommend you do too whenever time you come. Just because especially some of the seats on this train are very in demand from what view they give you. So you can see over there the train we're taking is the Rapid Marine Liner number 18923 to Okayama, platform 5. But before that, we require some breakfast, which I'll probably just get from Konbini because I'm very boring. Oh boy, I regret not getting a bag. This thing's hot. So right now it's a different train on our platform, Kannonji. The Rapid Sport Nampu Relay. That sounds interesting. I don't know where that goes to. I'll put that up on the screen, I suppose, to show you where that exactly goes to. But yeah, that sounds pretty interesting, doesn't it? Alright, I guess I'll just wait in here until the train arrives. Alright, and at last our stallion arrives, and let's greet it properly. Alright, and I'm going to have to make my way all the way down to the platform because if you saw, the first carriage had kind of a double deck arrangement, and that's the green car which we'll be taking, and it gives you the best view of probably one of Japan's most amazing scenic views from a train. So let's make sure we're not late because there's only technically 5 minutes until this train departs. It might be a bit delayed because it's arrived late it seems, but you can see just how many people are queued up here. Again, this is because it's a long weekend, so everyone's on holiday, and also it's a bit of an art exhibition going on, so I'd recommend booking just in case. Interested in learning more about the places we visited in this video? Well, how about how Japan makes mochi in its elementary schools? And if not that, how about reviewing a Japanese school lunch? All of this and more are covered in this week's Japan Journal. Sign up for free to receive a weekly slice of life in Japan. So you see the top deck is the green car reserved, and the bottom deck is just kind of regular reserved. So make sure if you're reserving this, don't make the mistake of accidentally reserving a bottom seat because you'll probably get a worse view than the regular cars over there. The marine liner started operating in 1988, at the same time the Seto Ohashi Bridge opened. Before this time, there was no direct link between the mainland and Shikoku by train, and indeed was the first bridge to directly connect the two at all, being one of 3 bridges planned and built. Before the bridges opened, the only way to access the island was by ferry. In particular, Takamatsu used to retrieve train ferries from Uno Station, where some trains would roll right off the tracks onto one of the up to 140 ferries a day.
However, these ferries brought about their exact downfall, where multiple fatal accidents sped up the building of Shikoku's current 3 bridges, and the ferries were retired upon the opening of the Ohashi Bridge. From here, we'll be heading to Uno Station to see how it's handled its fall from grace, but not before crossing the very bridge that put it out of business. Unfortunately, the marine liner's panoramic windows give us the perfect view for it, unless the person in front of you closes them. But thankfully, all the windows are open once we reach the bridge. And at Takamatsu Station, we changed to the Uno line to head to Uno Station.
宇野港線ご利用のお客様、彦崎、秦川、八浜方面の宇野行きは10時12分です。着きました同じホーム向かい側2番乗り場からの発車です。茶屋町を出ますと次は瀬能に停まります。ドアからは手を離してお待ちください。
Alrighty, so usually if you're riding this train you would go to Okayama and be on your merry way, but that's not how we do things. So we're actually going to be taking this train up in front of us that goes to Uno Station, which is both a very odd looking station and also gives you a glimpse as to how they got over to Shikoku from here when that train line didn't exist. So yeah, let's hop on. Alrighty, and welcome to Uno Station, which the train was very busy for. I was really surprised. I think it's because they're all taking the ferry to somewhere very special, which we will also be taking. But for now, let's see what's so special about the station, which is not what's on the inside, but which is the outside, which doesn't this look just bloody awesome? It looks like some weird zebra hybrid, doesn't it? So Uno Station's a part of this area which has a lot of art exhibitions and stuff. It's this area and also a load of islands kind of around that way. And as you can see, the station itself is no exception, and as you can see kind of around the station you have all these different art exhibitions as well. You've got something going on over there. It's yeah, it's a lot, and we will be taking that ferry ourselves, but before that there is something else I want to show, which is what used to be here, a kind of former tram line which was open for a very short amount of time and then pretty much instantly closed a few years afterwards, but they've kind of renovated it into a nice little cycle path. So we're going to see if we can rent a bike somewhere and cycle along it. So Uno Station used to actually be very important because it was the main way to kind of get to Takamatsu from Honshu, this part of Japan. And what would usually happen is, I mean, all this area, which is now like a restaurant and car parking, there used to all be train tracks, and there used to be the port over there, which basically you would drive the train directly onto, I think, and then basically ferry it on over into Shikoku. And well, when that bridge was of course made, that all became kind of obsolete, and well, now it's all gone pretty much. But yeah, it's still a very cool little area with a cool little bit of history.
As I mentioned previously, we'll next rent a bike to ride along a former railway line. That line was the Tamano Municipal Electric Railway, which connected Uno Station to the centre of Tamano City from 1953 to 1972. This short-lived line only ran 4.7 kilometers, and even after becoming city-owned and de-electrified, in the end it lost too much money and closed less than 20 years after opening. However, essentially all of its former rail alignment has been preserved as a bike path, including its 3 tunnels.
And we have rented our stallion, which I thought I'd go with the art version. There was just a regular old bike version, and she was saying that that was probably the better option, but you know, it's all in the spirit of things, even though it doesn't quite look as comfortable to ride. But yeah, we'll be taking this bike and then going along the former tram line of Tamano City, where we are right now, and see what's still remaining. I heard it's supposed to be a pretty good bike ride. Alrighty, and I believe with this we are on, the former tramway railway line that used to run through Tamano for only a few years until it was shut down, pretty much. So I think there are still a few bits and bobs around, but even if there aren't, let's just enjoy the nice cycle through this city. So you see up ahead we have a tunnel, and that's the original tunnel that the train used to go through. Alrighty, let's head on in. I can't wait for my camera to show this dark tunnel. Oh, it's very windy. Oh my goodness, the mic is probably completely blasted right now. And it probably looks really bad because it's low light and this camera doesn't do good in low light. Oh, Jesus Christ. That is very windy. And we're out. Sorry, I'm gonna have to do something about all that wind audio there. Oh boy. Alright, so this time we have to press a button. You know, obviously the tourist attraction in this area is, you know, taking the ferry and going to those art islands, but I find this way more kind of relaxing and fun. Get to see the real Japan. And we're on tunnel number 3. They sure dug a lot of tunnels for this train line that I believe didn't last very long. Bah, and sweet release again. Ooh, you can see some kind of shrine looking thing up on that place over there, and you can see the docks, which I believe also used to be quite a big thing around these parts. Oh, so this used to / is the main kind of street. Wait, I want to be cheeky and maybe cross in. So yeah, you can see it's kind of half covered, half not, and yeah, this is kind of a shortened guy. It doesn't seem to be in a very good nick though, as most of these are, unfortunately. Still, it looks pretty cool, doesn't it?
So I didn't actually notice at this time, but this road actually used to also be part of that railway. This was kind of the final stretch leading up to the terminus station, and again, I didn't know that actually there's a preserved kind of train carriage right at the end there, and I unfortunately didn't check it out because again, I didn't know, but what I did check out after this was a nearby, supposedly quite famous shrine.
Oh, we're going proper into the back streets. Alright, so we just kind of keep going forward. Oh, that's going to be a problem. If we just keep going forward, we should be able to get there, although it this car is very slightly in the way. Ah, bro is probably like, what the F is a foreigner doing here? Oh, I think I can see the lanterns for the shrine up ahead. Splendid. Ooh, and look at this, a lovely little shrine. Although I'm not quite sure where I'm going to park my bike here. I'll look at that parking spot over there and see if we can do anything. Oh, that's not good. Oh, there's maybe parking over there, so let's be safe and park there, I suppose. Oh, wow, look at this very picturesque shrine. 船長、ここに置いても大丈夫ですか? Alrighty, let's get a nice good look at this shrine. Although my POV camera doesn't have much battery left, or storage again, so we'll have to be quick. But wow, look at that, what a beautiful little shrine. So as you should always do, come in, you bow, and then next you gotta wash your hands. Get your hands soaking wet and then find your towel to wipe them down. And then you come in here. Oh, it seems like there's something going on in here though, so let's be respectful and quiet. I'll see if I can wait until after they're doing what they're doing. I think my POV camera is about to die though, so I'm gonna have to probably cut it off and then I'll have to interlace the rest of this bit with some B-roll. So while it is still active, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna explore this shrine a little bit and probably take it at my own pace. We're gonna go back, return the bike, and then go onto the boat. And hopefully by then, I will have charged up my camera, freed up from storage, and we'll be able to see the beautiful art island of Naoshima. So yeah, bam. So there's one thing, I've climbed up all those stairs, clearly out of breath. There's the shrine down there if you're wondering. And we've come up to this little thing. Doesn't that look cool? Wow, look at that. Wow, we've unlocked the secret shrine. Wow, doesn't this look gorgeous? Guess I'll do my prayers here.
Now, I had mentioned hopping on a boat to Naoshima, and while I did go, things didn't really unfortunately work out. I started to feel a little unwell, everything was booked and pretty busy, which just made me feel worse, and so I decided to not really tackle this area this time. Therefore, unfortunately, this is where we end things off for this video. Nonetheless, I hope it's been an interesting journey across one of Japan's most amazing bridges, and the hidden city that now hides under its shadow. For now though, stay safe, and I'll see you for the next one.